The Howling. Back in the day, TV stations didn't have the kind of budget they do now. They used to reuse videotapes a lot, especially for documentaries where they'd go through tons of footage. But there was this one tape they couldn't reuse because the previous recording's audio left a strange effect, even after being overwritten. Do you know the sound of feedback? Like that high-pitched screech noise? It was like that. A high tone remained on the tape even after they recorded over it. The station got scared and had a priest perform a ritual cleansing on the tape before they finally burned it. Yeah, there was something so unnerving about that tape that they needed to do a cleansing. Most of the crew who filmed that footage died, you see. At first, no one thought much of it. When the audio guy went crazy on his way back from the shoot, when the cameraman died in a car crash, and when the producer collapsed from a stroke. Nobody really took it seriously. But when someone was found dead in the station's editing room one morning, things got real. The station started to believe the tape was cursed and decided to investigate properly. They formed a small group to review the tape. This story came from one of those people, though none of them are alive anymore. The tape in question was for a talk show segment. It was about a family murder-suicide, parents and their 2 elementary school-aged daughters. They were sent to film the house where it all happened. It wasn't much of a house, really, just a small 1-story building with a few rooms. You could almost call it a... Since the tape was still unedited, you could hear the crew's voices in the background. Don't touch anything around here. Show some respect. It's fine, it doesn't matter. Man, this place feels weird. Let's get out of here. Stuff like that. Then, just as they were about to enter the last room, the one where the murder-suicide happened, the sound guy started desperately trying to stop the others. Can't you hear that? We should stop here. If you listen closely, you can hear a high-pitched sound like feedback on the tape. Apparently, the crew could hear it on site too. That's just feedback. Don't worry about it. It's not feedback. While they were arguing, the cameraman opened the sliding door and began filming the inside of the room. It looked like people had been living there just moments ago. In the footage, you could see things like a math workbook, a folded newspaper. It all seemed so normal. There was no blood, since the deaths were caused by strangulation and hanging, but the room was a mess, like there had been a violent struggle. Felt disturbingly real. They recorded the reporter's closing statement in front of that room. After the official recording ended, someone checked on the sound guy, asking, "Hey, are you okay?" The sound guy was muttering in a trembling voice, repeating the same thing over and over. "They're going to kill me. They're going to kill me." And that's where the tape ended. After watching the whole thing, one of the people reviewing it pointed something out. Didn't that feedback sound get lower when they opened the sliding door? Since the sound guy had started freaking out after hearing that feedback, it stuck in everyone's mind. They rewound the scene and played it again and again, trying to figure out what was scaring him. Then, someone had the idea to play the scene in slow motion. The crew's argument replayed in that slow, deep voice typical of slowed-down audio. As they kept slowing it down, the team realized something chilling. What they thought was feedback, it wasn't feedback at all. It was something speaking very quickly. As they slowed it down further, the words the sound guy had heard started to become clear to everyone. "Don't go in this room. Don't go in this room. Don't go in this room." In slow motion, they could all hear it, unmistakably. "Don't go in this room." At that point, everyone watching was so terrified they wanted to stop the tape, but they were frozen in place. Then came the scene where the cameraman opened the sliding door. That's when the feedback changed drastically, because the words had changed too. "I'll kill you. I'll kill you."